Thank you. Good morning and welcome to Special Friends Day of 2223. On this day, we celebrate our children, you, our grandparents and friends, relatives, aunts and uncles, and neighbors who support and encourage the choice of a Jewish day school, and our teachers who keep the love of learning alive. It's a pleasure to welcome you in person, as this is our first Special Friends celebration since COVID, where we are in person. It's wonderful to see so many of you together. Once again, a special welcome for those of you that are watching on live stream. In the past few years, we've had friends from Israel, Russia, Canada, Mexico, South Africa, and over 10 different states. For those of you who have been with us for many years, and for the families who are new to our school, we look a little different, a little bigger than we did in 2020 when we had 98 students. This year, we have 145 students who will shortly fill every square inch of the stage, serving grade TK to 6 as we grow to become a TK to 8 school. We even have a basketball team. Last year, we introduced SEL, Social and Emotional Learning, into our curriculum with a dedicated instructor leading weekly classes for all grades to guide students in appropriate communications and emotional expression, and helping us take the development of the whole child to greater depth. This year, we introduced a dedicated STEAM teacher, and as you may have heard, we are recipients of a Legacy Learning Lab Matching Grant that will help us create a state-of-the-art innovation and design lab for our students, ensuring they have the tools, instruction, and curriculum necessary to prepare them for the jobs of the future, most of which have not been invented yet. And for those of you who may not know what a design and innovation lab is, it's a learning experience which includes science, technology, engineering, art, and math. It's a matching grant, and if you would like to know more about it and how to help us reach our matching goal, please let Gail know. We recently had a fundraiser, Step It Up, to raise additional dollars as costs have risen exponentially. At this fundraiser, I shared a quote I recently found that spoke to me, and I believe to many others. So I'm going to repeat it here too, since it's very relevant to many of you in the audience. Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz, a well-known brilliant scholar who just recently passed, defined a Jew not as someone whose grandparents are Jewish, but rather as someone who wants his or her grandchildren to be Jewish. It is one of the most accurate statements I've ever heard. The question really is, how do we ensure that our grandchildren will be Jewish? Jewish education is the secret sauce for the continuation of our people. There's a reason why all the holidays that we celebrate have children at the center. Hanukkah, the children learn Torah even though in danger, and then cleverly pulled out their dreidels to fool the Greeks. Purim, Mordecai turned to the children to pray to God for the survival of the Jewish people and to demonstrate their Jewish pride even in the face of danger. Pesach, the children pointed and recognized the one and only God. And last but not least, the holiday of Shavuot, the giving of our precious Torah, that God would only accept the children as the guarantors for the future of Judaism. So it's up to us to ensure that these precious guarantors actually know what is it all about. We want our kids to understand and to have a sense, not of his story, but of my story, of where I fit in this grand story and what am I supposed to do with it. I'm honored to introduce David and Bella Adler, who will be addressing us today. David and Bella are grandparents who have a current third grader at CJDS. David and Bella are firm in their belief that a Jewish day school education is the only way to ensure that their grandchildren will be Jewish. They asked for a meeting with Gail and me to share their determination to demonstrate their unshakable commitment to a comprehensive Jewish education for their grandchildren and others too. They could have easily just paid the tuition for their grandchildren and call it a day, but that wasn't enough. They wanted to join with others to ensure that every Jewish child has this opportunity, and they did. They told us that they were committing an additional $25,000 to CJDS for every year that their granddaughter Ellie attends the school. David and Bella are here today, and I think many of you may have received a letter from them. I want to introduce them to you and let them share more of their story with you.
David is here, but I'm the speaker. First of all, I want to thank Mariachi and Gail for inviting us here to speak. In light of the anti-Semitism that has touted the likes of very wealthy rappers and influential businessmen, I'd like to tell you about my father, my dad, Eliyahu Hicks. Our granddaughter, Eliana Lowensteiner, a third grader at CJDS, is named after him. And surprisingly, my granddaughter, stand up, Alana surprised us. She is graduating University of Colorado in Boulder. She came in special. So, and also Mariachi, she can tell you about the Chabad right there in Boulder. You'll have to talk right. Well, anyway, they are named after my dad. My dad was studying in the Novardik Yeshiva in Poland when the war broke out. He quickly found his way home to Vienna. When he entered the house, it was empty. His grandparents, his parents, and all of his siblings were gone. He went out on the street looking for them, and he got caught by the Nazis. He was very young, and he was very strong, and he endured daily beatings by Dr. Mengele in Auschwitz. The only thing that kept him going was the will to live, get married, and perpetuate Judaism, build a Jewish home. In 1945, he was liberated and sent to a DP camp in Landsberg, Germany. He and a group of survivors volunteered to work in the kitchen and put aside food that could be considered kosher. There he met my mom, got married in 1946, and I was born in the DP camp in 1948. So why am I telling you this story? It's because our grandchildren, your grandchildren, will be facing many challenges in the future. Giving them a good Jewish and secular education will make them secure enough and strong enough to face these anti-Semites. I remember when I was an undergraduate at Northeastern University, many of the students there came from homes that had absolutely no religion, no synagogue, no church, nothing. And they were sucked in by cults. You had to go to the gardens in Boston to see these students walking around asking for money, dressed in robes. We don't want that for our grandchildren. All of you, parents and grandparents, should be proud of the education your children and grandchildren are receiving at CJDS. I know that we love it. We are so impressed by Mariachi, the teachers, the way people are taught here. It's phenomenal, and I keep telling all my Boca Raton friends, this is the place to go. My granddaughter Ellie talks to us each morning on her way to school. She's so excited about her classes. She loves the way the teachers teach. She's always excited about to share what she's learning in school. And she explains the different ways the teachers think out of the box to teach the kids. And of course, you know what? She loves lunch too. When Ellie explained STEAM, which Mariachi had, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, she explained it to my husband, David. He was ready to go and sign her up for MIT. The enthusiasm is contagious throughout the school. To have students excited about school and learning is phenomenal. The values taught at CJDS, both on the secular side and the Hebrew side, will instill a good moral compass. Listen to the news. Read your newspapers. So much crime and no fear of hurting anyone. It's like the Wild West. The students at CJDS will graduate understanding what is love thy neighbor as thyself, and will act accordingly. Our fervent wish, mine and David's, is that there is enough of an interest and support to have the school go to grade 12. The education will not only prepare the students for admission to excellent colleges, but will prepare them for life's challenges. My dad always said, when you come into this world, you come with nothing. When you leave this world, you leave with nothing. But what's left is what he called shame tone, a good name. The other thing he said was, when you give tzedakah, when you give charity, it goes around and around. You may not benefit from it today, not tomorrow, but somewhere in the future, it will come back to save you. David and I are willing to make tzedakah for CJDS among our highest priorities. We hope that you will too. Thank you for listening.
That leaves a lot to think about. Thank you. You're truly adding and strengthening the links in our chain, David and Bella. And thank you to the many special friends who joined with them to help us execute our mission. And your names are in the program. As is our tradition, the President of Student Council, Sophia Garrison, would like to welcome you to our school.
Welcome to Special Friends Day. I'm Sophie Garrison in 5th grade, and we're so happy to welcome you to our school and hope you'll have a great learning with us. Since this is the Hanukkah year, which means that it's a year where lots of different Jewish people get together in groups to learn Torah, Jews all over the world celebrate Hanukkah with the same story of the maccabees and oil that connecting with family and friends. So, you'll soon hear us sing various Hanukkah songs in different languages to connect with and represent the Jewish people all over the world. Another thing that's the same all over the world is the story and message of Hanukkah. Though it's always the same story, there are so many different lessons to take from it. One lesson is that the Maccabees taught us how important it is to trust Hashem. But the lesson that stands out for us this year connects to our school motto, which is count your blessings, not your problems. An example is when the Jews recovered the temple, they could have only been upset that the temple was defiled, but instead they were happy to have the little jug of oil. They knew how to count their blessings, not their problems. May we all have many blessings to count and only few problems.
When Sophia came to my office to work on her speech, she really warmed my heart because I asked her, I gave her a clipboard and I said, just start jotting down, what you'd like to say because I don't want you to say my words. And she, on her own, included the lesson of Hakel, which we have taught the kids this year, about Jewish people gathering together the year after the sabbatical year. And then she blended it with our motto that we have each year to instill messages of Judaic teachings as well as just Mensch teachings. And she proved to me that they're internalizing what they are learning, and I can't ask for more. Special Friends Day would not be complete without the children singing and sharing their music with you. Not surprisingly, the theme is Hanukkah. The students will be explaining and introducing the song, so take it away, CJDS.
Our school theme this year is Count Your Blessings, Not Your Problems. The song to go along with our singing is Grateful by Ari Russell. We decided to make an all-school music video to show how grateful we are, and each grade is highlighted in a different section of the song. Please turn your attention to the screen as we watch the CJDS students present.
Give thanks to the universal one. Give thanks for the moon and stars and suns. Give thanks for the earth on which we live. Give thanks for the heart which she can give. Give thanks for the tree and the food it grows. Give thanks for the cup that holds the clothes. Give thanks for the food and drink and air. Give thanks there's more than enough to Give thanks for the action we expect. Give thanks for the clothes we have to wear. Give thanks for the comfort of our beds. Give thanks for the rhythm of our hands. There's so much I'm grateful for. Yeah, in my hands, I'm alive. So much strength is left in us, so I give thanks. Thank you, Hashem. Thank you, Hashem. Thank you, Hashem. Thank you, Hashem. Give thanks to all the sons of all. Give thanks for the big and for the small. Give thanks from the lowest to the highest heights. Give thanks for the dark and for the lights. Give thanks for the times of joy and time. Give thanks for the pain that keeps us strong. Give thanks because we're still alive. Give thanks this morning as it rocks. Give thanks for that has brought us here. Give thanks we live another year. Give thanks for the past we left behind. Give thanks for the future we go on. Give thanks so much I'm grateful for. Yeah, so much strength is not in us, so I give. Give thanks no matter how or why. Give thanks for every time and place. Give thanks for a part of the human race. Give thanks for the people that we meet. Give thanks for the people on our streets. Give thanks for the teachers that we had. And give thanks for every mom and dad. Give thanks for the family that we got. Give thanks for the friends we like a lot. Give thanks for the ones we hold most dear. Give thanks that those we love are here. So much I'm grateful for. So much strength is life is blessed, so I give thanks.
I'll spin them far away. A soldier came to chat and asked about their noise. They hit the scroll so loud and spun their little toys. Oh, I have a little dreidel in your pocket I'll stay. And when those soldiers check on you, I'll spin them far away. Maccabees were so proud that at the story's end, rewarded their brave children with coins that they could spend. Oh, hide a little dreidel in your pocket I will stay. And when those soldiers check on you, I'll spin them far away. The coins will turn to dollars and presents wrapped in bows, rewarding those brave children for the Torah that they know. Oh, I'm a little dreidel in your pocket I will stay. And when those soldiers check on you, I'll spin them far away. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, a dreidel I shall play. Oh, I'm a little dreidel in your pocket I will stay. And when those soldiers check on you, I'll spin them far away. And what happened to the coins? They turned into chocolate.
I'm so excited to get them on and off the stage. I forgot to have Mendel introduce it. So better late than never.
Today in kindergarten, I've had a lot of fun learning about the dreidel. Laura Ruffle wrote the lyrics to this song to teach us the story behind the dreidel and the special Hanukkah miracle at the end. The words may be different, however, you will definitely recognize it. First grade is performing the South Cod Carton, which translates to Little Jug. This song celebrates the miracle of how the little jug of oil stayed full and lasted 8 days at its temple. The students created their own little jug in art class to help us celebrate this miracle.
Keep a
chant for the miracle of prayer. I am at house there was a miracle. I have taught house it was good, and I have all that is good and right. Decorators had a lot of fun making the instruments, so we moved to the next song. Small light, but together we shine bright. You are in for surprise at the end of this song. The third graders worked as a team to present a special addition to this song, because together we shine bright.
Surah,
to Columbusdale the Ocean? Well, that was also the year of the tragedy of the Jews of Spain. These exiles took their Spanish Hebrew culture, called Latina, with them to new places around the Mediterranean. This next song by the fourth graders will honor their stories by singing a song in Ladino, which is very similar to Spanish. Let's listen as fourth grade sings songs about the 8 candles used to help us celebrate Hanukkah.
Hanukkah linda está aquí, 8 candelas para mí. Beautiful Hanukkah is here, a little candle just for me. Oh! Candelitas, dos candelitas, tres candelitas, cuatro candelitas, seis candelitas, seis candelitas, siete candelitas, 8 candelas para mí. Muchos días es lo hacer, como lo que hay que hacer. Many parties will be held, full of joy and happiness. Oh! Candelitas, dos candelitas, tres candelitas, cuatro candelitas, seis candelitas, seis candelitas, siete candelitas, 8 candelas para mí. Hanukkah linda está aquí, 8 candelas para mí. Beautiful Hanukkah is here, a little candle just for me. Oh! Candelitas, dos candelitas, tres candelitas, cuatro candelitas, seis candelitas, seis candelitas, siete candelitas, 8 candelas para mí.
It's time to celebrate with our next song, Hanukkah O Hanukkah. A lot of you may know the song, but 5th grade had the opportunity to learn how to sing in 3 different languages, English, Hebrew, and Yiddish. We added a special choreography to give some rhythm to with an unconventional instrument. Let's celebrate as we sing the joys of Hanukkah and light the menorah to remind us the days long ago.
Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Ladles to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing,
We have had fun in middle school learning about music composition. The background music and beats you will hear were created by our class. The words were written as a group effort. We learned about musical form, rhyming, and rhythm. We wanted to share the full Hanukkah story, starting with the war, the miracle of the oil, and ending with celebration. Enjoy our class's original song entitled The Real Miracle.
The Maccabees fought against the Greeks. The war was intense, but it didn't look bleak. The Greeks had a lot of elephants and armor, but the Maccabees only had a couple of farmers. They were outnumbered 5,000 to 5, but Hashem was always on their side. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come on, let's celebrate. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, like candles much through it. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, with presents, lots of food. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, puts me in a good mood. Miracle of oil shines bright. We use the menorah to give us light. The oil lasted 8 long days, but the candles stayed lit always. We remember the miracle of that day and light a new candle every day. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come on, let's celebrate. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, light candles 1 through 8. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, with presents, lots of food. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, puts me in a good mood. We rejoice the miracle of that day and celebrate for 8 long days. We stuff our face with food and treats with the family and friends that we meet. Let's light the menorah, let's learn the Torah. Come on and join us as we dance the Horror. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come on, let's celebrate. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, like candles 1 through 8. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, with presents, lots of food. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, puts me in a good mood.
All right, my name is Heather Ruska, and I am the music teacher, so I get to I'm blessed to teach them all every week, and it has been a fun journey working on this program together. I just want to give a shout out to all of our teachers. They have been amazing in the classroom, helping me with the program, everything. Ms. Gail helped me make the music video and did our slideshow. All the props and costumes you saw are amazing. Our teacher, Ms. Lerner, made. Of course, we want to thank Mariachi. Without her, our school would not be So we are going to try to shove almost 150 kids onto the stage for one last song called The Miracle of Light. And then we're going to end with our school song. And if you hear which, you are more than welcome to sing along with us. But thank you for coming today. We have thoroughly enjoyed performing for you today.
in your place. Everybody can sit down and relax, but I need to ask you all. I'm waiting for quiet. I can't tell the audience until it's quiet. And you know what you might want to pay attention to, because it's also about what we're going to do after this. So can I ask you to stay with me and have a little patience? Thank you so much. Okay, so first of all, I'm not even going to read my thanks because I'm blown away. Heather, where are you? You raised the bar. Okay? I think you can do all you want for running the school, but I would never want to. Thank you, and also Donna, the props and the costumes, everything. This is a problem, but we keep raising the bar, and I'm always afraid of the next year. But we had a lot of people to thank for today, and I'm praying and hoping that everybody's included here. Otherwise, this could not have happened. Barbara Fox, Gail Osborne, Mr. Cohen, Quinn Newman, Alicia Cooper, and on all the teachers, like Heather says, supporting with all the children. We just can't do it without everybody, and this is so, so important to recognize and notice. You are now going to be invited, don't get up yet, to go to Lerner Hall. We have fun Hanukkah experiences and food, of course. You can go to any activity you want when spaces become available at those activities. There are 6 to choose from. The donuts at Sandia Station will be the children's favorite. 1 donut per person.
Oh, wait a sec. Kindergarten, no one said for you to get up yet. Wait.
Guys, remember, I know it's hard, you're excited, you did a great job, and so be quiet for just a little bit. You all have on your bracelet, it says D, L, and L, or L, L, and D. You get 2 latkes and 1 donut. And so when you're at the station, they will mark it off, so you'll know that you got your donut or your 2 latkes, as well as the children. The latke bar will probably be your favorite. Potato, zucchini, cheese, and apple. And like I said, 2 to a person, and choose wisely. A Hanukkah brachot blessing wall hanging will be at the Art Center. A STEAM light project to represent the miracle of light will be provided for you, and will give you a little taste of what the kids do in their STEAM class. A photo booth, which is always fun, with the pictures will be printed on the spot. And last but not least, a Hanukkah movie. And like I told you about your bracelets, just keep that in mind. And after you've had your fill, your grandchildren or little friends are prepared to take you for a tour of the school.